Drawing and painting portrait are not an easy job, but it can be. In this video, I'm going to share with you my new approach by looking for only light and shadow. Just thinking about light and shadow. I'm not going to try to figure out what's the top of the head, what's the eye, what's the nose. I only focusing on the thing that actually matter. What does it really matter? Is the light and shadow on the paper. I'm going to think about where's the shape, how big's the shape. I'm going to put that right over here. And the bottom of this shape, I'm going to put it down over here like that. So you only need to think about where you're going to put the shape. I'm going to put this a little bit higher like that. This is the whole thing look like a little bit diamond shape. Okay, like that. So I'm going to use only the piece of charcoal right down over here. That's good. All right, this is the shape. Okay, here we go. All right, this is good. Make it simple to draw this instead of drawing a person. Okay, now this is the shape. I'm going to have a little bit round up a little bit and coming down over here. Use the straight line are much easier to draw a shape. Okay, right here like that, and coming over here. That's just good. A little bit rounded over here like that. That's just good. Now I'm going to find the light shape. The light shape, I think, is sitting right in here like that. Right over here. You see how high that would be? I think the top, it will be here. It could be even a little bit higher right here. And come up and come down over here. Here you go. A little bit coming down right here. Can you see that? That's the shape. You don't have to think about the eye, have to think about the nose. You have to think about anything. It's just looking for light and shadow shape. Make sure you're getting the correct shape. The shape of the shadow is correctly, and as well as is the light shape. So what's the next thing I'm going to do? I'm going to just go in to shade this in. Is so often your mind would drag you back to looking for the eye, looking for the nose, looking for the things. But I want you to be a little bit more persistent and only looking at something that is easy for us. It's just finding their shape. Let's see how fast we can sink into this simple approach. I'm going to put this right over here. And even can blend it. Okay, this is good. I want it this a little bit more clear, and I'm going to make this just a little bit more softer in over here, right? To make it softer, is make this to be a little bit more solid and less active. When you have so much light shape in over here, it make it very active. Okay, here you go. Right, this is good. Like that. And let's see. Now I'm going to come back over here, take a look at this angle. All right. Now I'm going to have this a little bit more clear. A little bit more clear. Like that. A little bit more clear on this side. Right. This is good. Coming up over here, a little bit more clear. This is good. Like that. Now I'm going to use a little bit smaller charcoal. I'm going to use charcoal pencil. Now I'm going to thinking about the smaller shape inside over here. Think about how far that would be. I think that put a little mark over here. Okay. So when you're doing this, I don't want you to think it's a nose. It's just this shadow shape. Just look for the shadow. Look at the shape. Like that. I think this is the area of the shape. Now I'm going to put the shadow in. Like that. Okay, don't look at inside the details. Now when looking at the distance almost like this is halfway from here to the bottom of this edge. Okay, I think this a little bit more slower, like that, right over here. Now I'm going to draw this shape. So don't think it's a mouth, just think about a shape, a skinny shadow shape. Like that. Here you go. Here you go. Right over here. And little shape like that. Think about how it turned. And then put another shape right over here. This is a little bit smaller than half. Use a simple measurement. Just thinking about and measuring with the shape. Like not with the eye, not with the mouth, not with the side of the face, with the height of the face. I only need to thinking about just as the shape. And put a little big shape over here, little skinny shape. Like that. Like that. The next thing we're gonna divide into a smaller shape. Like over here, we're gonna divide that even a little bit darker shape in here. Like that. Okay, so that would be the next thing. But you first have to do one step at a time. So even though you don't see the eye, it already assemble the ideas of this particular person because of the light and shadow. Light and shadow, that is a magic element. That's very, very important. In the middle over here, you can always oh, I see a little bit light over here. Now I'm going to use the eraser to have that a little bit lighter. And then you're going to do a little modification. But however, whatever you do, you make sure that not making any particular areas inside the shadow and the light to break from the idea of the shadow and light. Okay, so then I'm going to coming in to see it, take a look over here. There's just a little space over here. There's a little bit darker shape over there. Now I'm going to take a look at the outside over here. Here you go. That's the shadow shape. Inside the shadow. Here you go. Right over here. Like that. That's a little bit darker. Like that. And coming on to this side, a little bit darker. That's another darker shape. That's a dark in the dark. Okay, that's just good. Like that. And you can add some of the shape over here. Okay, here we go. You can control how much you want to go further from here. Okay, here you go. That's on this side. Okay. And now you can see that that is very good already. Okay. And I can stop my artwork right here. You can see that you are in control of however you want the artwork look like. A little bit tiny, soft little shape over here. Just use the finger. And also the bottom over here, just put a couple texture like that. Maybe a little bit on the side over here, showing the cheek. Okay, now you can see. If you want to learn more about portrait drawing, please come to Patreon to join us. I'm looking forward to see you in my next video.